Hello students, today again we are going to see one more example of natural resources. So again I am repeating that what are these natural resources? Actually, whatever we are using in our daily life from the nature directly, that is known as natural resources. Anything which we can use from the nature, that is known as natural resources. And another example of natural resources are metal and non-metal. So today we will talk about that only. What are metals and what are non-metals? And in nature, from where we can find out this metal and non-metal. So let's start. Here you can see rocks. In the last video we have seen this rock and studied all the things about rock. So basically this rock is a kind of solid mass material which is found in nature. It can be used for different purpose. In this rock only, this is simple type of very roundish type rock, but the rocks which are not this type, they are not round shape, they are somewhat different. You can see their surface is too much rough. This also surface is too much rough. So you can see this rock is shiny too. This is shining somewhat. So that means some other thing is also present in this. In this rock, some other things are also present. So we try to find out what are the things present inside this rock. So when scientists have separated these rocks, they find out new materials. Let us see what are that. So rock consists following things. When they find out what are the things present, so in some stones they find out stone and iron, means there is some waste material like stone and iron, that is useful material. Some other rock they found, in that also they try to find out what are the things present in this. So in this also they find out stone and aluminium. So this rock is a combination of stone and aluminium. In this way many rocks are found around us which consist either this iron, aluminium, gold, silver plus stone. Let us see next. So you can see here I have written few examples. Stone plus iron is a kind of rock found in nature. Stone plus aluminium is a kind of rock found in nature. Stone plus sulfur, stone plus graphite. This is the example of stone plus iron. This is the example of stone plus aluminium. This is example of stone plus sulfur, and this stone is removed, only sulfur is left. And this is the example of stone and graphite. So in this way you can see here the thing which we need separately are mixed with the stone. We cannot use this iron from this stone. Suppose you have to make a gate, because we are making gate from iron also, so you cannot use this stone directly. For this purpose you need to separate the iron from this stone. Suppose now you want to make the vessels of aluminium, you cannot use this stone directly to make the vessels of aluminium. So what you will do, you will separate the aluminium from this stone. This sulfur is used for fireworks. You cannot use this directly from the stone, so you have to separate it. Graphite is used in pencil lead. So to get pure graphite so that we can use in pencil lead, we need to separate it from the stone. So among above mixtures, one is shiny and one is non-shiny. Here in this, iron is shiny and stone is non-shiny. Aluminium is shiny, stone is non-shiny. Again stone is non-shiny, sulfur is non-shiny because it is non-metal. Stone is non-shiny and graphite is shiny. You can see in this picture these two are also shiny. So in this way we come to conclusion that something which is shining, that is also present, something non-shining is also present in stone, and we need to remove that shiny thing from the non-shiny thing. So rocks are made up of metal and non-metals. Generally we come to a conclusion that this rock is made up from two parts. One is metal, this portion is metal, this much portion you can see, this is somewhat different, this portion is metal, and the portion which is not shining, this portion, it is non-metal. So in this way we come to know that non-metal and metals are combining together and they are forming rock. In this way they are forming rock. So generally you can say a rock is a combination of non-metal and metals. Let us see. Usually these substances are all mixed up together. Sorry, this is HER, together. So usually these substances are all mixed up together. In this many things are mixed together. You cannot say only iron and stone. Suppose this kind of stone, in this you cannot say only iron and stone is present. In this stone it can be some other things. It is a sulfur stone, in this sulfur is present, stone is also present, but we will get some other things also. In this is a graphite stone, graphite is also present in this, and some other things are also present. So in the stones or in the rocks, all the things are mixed up together. So let us see next. So it is very difficult to take out any one kind of metal or non-metal from the rocks. It becomes very difficult to take out metal and non-metal from the rock. So this is a kind of rock. From this rock we need to separate different things so that we can use this rock. If you see any rock near about you, you cannot use that rock for any purpose instead of making house. So to bring that stone or rock into use, you need to separate the different things from the stone. So let us see. But some rocks have a lots of particular metals or non-metals. We call such rocks as ore. But in some rock, what happen? The quantity of metal or non-metal is too much high. The quantity of metal or non-metal is too much high. Look at this rock. In this you can see it is too much shiny. So in this 90 or 80 to 90% graphite is present. So we come to know that in this rock too much graphite is present. So from this particular rock we will separate only graphite, so that it will be easy for us. It will not be too much complicated. We can easily separate. In this rock also too much quantity of metal is present. So we come to know which metal is present and then we will separate it. So the thing in which, or the rock in which more quantity of metal or non-metal is present, that is known as ore. Let us have clear idea of ore. What is an ore actually? You see, this is gold ore, this is iron ore, this is copper ore. You might have seen many kinds of rock, but you have never seen a gold rock or iron rock or copper rock. So this is a stone or rock in which very few amount of gold is found. This much few amount of gold is also sufficient because gold is very precious metal. So that stone in which more quantity of gold is present, that stone is known as ore. That stone is known as ore, or that rock is known as ore. A rock with gold in it is known as gold ore. A rock with iron in it is known as iron ore, and a rock with copper in it is known as copper ore. Means whatever thing is present inside it in more quantity, that will be its ore. A rock that contains enough metal or metal compounds so that it can be mined profitably, means it will give profit, then only we are using it to separate. Now how we are getting, from where we are getting these rocks? Mines are dug to get the ores. What we are doing? We are making holes inside the earth, and that hole inside the earth is known as mines. So from mines we are getting this rock. The mines can be open pits or long tunnel. You see, this is a mine. In this human beings are taking out the mineral ore and the stone which is consisting more amount of metal they are taking out from here. This is open pit. This is open pit, खुला हुआ गड्ढा जिसे बोलते हैं. So this is open pit kind of mine. In this you can see this is the way. On this way people are moving or trucks are going and they are entering in this pit in a circular path. You can see this path and reaching here, and from here they are digging out the ores and then again loading in the trucks and sending out of this pit. So this is open pits. Let us see long tunnel. This is long tunnel. Long tunnel means the straight. This is a kind of long tunnel. These long tunnels are straight and very long. What they are doing, they are means in the mountain they are digging the mountains, or they are digging the earth and going straight like this. They are making this long tunnel. It is going straight, it is not going downwards like this. It is not going downwards, it is going like this, it's straight and on the earth surface. So from long tunnels also we are getting ore, from open pit also we are getting ore. Now we have taken out ore. Now we need to separate. So what we will do, they are need to be purified. They are need to be purified. This purification can be done into different ways. Different techniques are there for purification. This is one of the technique. Purified means to separate the things mixed with the metal or non-metal we want to separate from the ore. So whatever is of our use we will take it and keep it, and whatever is of not of our use we will remove it. So this is a purification process. In this what we are doing, we are putting here iron ore, and you see the temperature 400 degrees Celsius we are heating it, and then 1800 degrees Celsius we are heating it, so that iron we can get iron, and the stone whatever is left, whatever is not of our use, we will remove it. Purification can be done in many ways. Different metals or non-metals are separated through different separation techniques. So what happened in this, different techniques are used to separate different kind of matter. Like iron is separated through heating. Copper, this is the separation method used for copper. Copper is separated from this method. This is a cell kind of method in which the plus thing is from this, something is coming and attaching to this, and from this solution something is coming and attaching to this, like this it is happening. So in this way we can separate. So whatever metal is, whatever technique is suitable for particular matter, like copper के लिए ये वाली technique ज़्यादा better है instead of heating. So we will use this technique to separate the copper from the ore. Most of the separation process include heating. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा separation methods होते हैं वो सभी जो है heating include करते हैं. You can see in this picture, these human beings are doing heating and they are giving the shape to the particular ore or particular metal. From the ore, first they are generating the metal to much high temperature. Like if you have listened, that highest temperature of this here in India is like 45 or 55 degrees Celsius. So you have seen that much temperature. But to separate a metal from the ore, 1800, 1600 we need the temperature. So this much high temperature these human beings are working. Now we will come to know what are alloys. The mixture of metals are called alloys. Now it can happen that some metals are very soft. We cannot use it for any purpose, but it is good. So for that purpose what we are doing, we are mixing something in this. If you have listened about gold, so the pure gold is of 24 carat, but when we are purchasing gold jewelry, when we are purchasing gold jewelry, it is of 22 carat. Now this is pure, and this 22 carat gold jewelry is not pure. In this, copper is or some other metal is mixed. In this, gold plus some other metal is mixed, so that we can use it and it will have strength. This pure gold, we can turn it from with the hand also. It is very soft. It can be broken also. But this 22 karat gold will have high strength and it will be stronger than this soft gold. So we are using in jewelry 22 karat gold, and it is a mixture of gold. It is a mixture of gold and some other things. So this kind of things which are the mixtures of two metals, they are known as alloy. Suppose this brass is a kind of alloy, bronze is a kind of alloy, steel is an alloy, metal sludge is an alloy. Non-metals, we are not mixing anything because they are no need to mix. Now we will come to know that what are metals and what are non-metals. So this side you can see metals, and this side it is non-metals: silicon, antimony, sulfur. Now what are metals? A solid material, as it is solid, you can see solid material which is typically hard, shiny, malleable, fusible, ductile, with good electrical and thermal conductivity. That thing is known as metal. So you see, this gold is solid and it is hard also, it is shiny also. Malleable मतलब गर्म करने पर पिघल जाता है. Fusible मतलब टूट जाता है. Ductile means giving sound. Electrical means it can pass electricity, and thermal means heat करने पर गर्म हो जाता है. Fusible means it can be melt, and ductile means it can be converted into wire. So this gold, this is iron, this is silver, this is steel. So all these are the things metal, and they all are hard, they all are shiny. You can see, okay, it is less shiny. They are malleable, all can be melt and convert given into new shape. All are ductile means they can be, all things can be converted into wire. Ductile means conversion of wire. And electrical and thermal conductivity, they can be used for electrical purpose, means they can pass electricity, and when we are heating, they will heat up also, they will pass heat also. So in this way, a metal will have all this kind of qualities. From these qualities you can come to know that whether this particular thing is a metal or non-metal. Now let us see some useful metals. Here we are not going in details about metals. You have to know some useful metals. So let us see what are the useful metals. This iron, very useful, because we are using this iron, you see, anywhere, and most of the things, to make it very strong, we are using this iron. Like our gates are made from this iron, and our windows are made from this iron. The body of the car, the body of all kinds of automobiles are made from this iron, so that it will be strong. Next is a copper. You can see this is copper. This copper is also used in our daily life in many places. You see, many vessels are having a copper coating in our kitchen. If you see any kind of vessel which is used for heating purpose, because copper is very good conductor of heat and electricity, and it is not costly too. We cannot use gold in our kitchen because gold is too much costly, but we can use this copper because this copper is cheap. Now tin. This is tin. This tin also you have seen. So this tin is used for packing purpose. And this aluminium we are using, vessels also we are using, and this aluminium foil also we are using. So these all are some useful materials. One by one we will see what are the uses. So here first of all, iron. You have seen iron we are using in too much places because this iron is very strong thing. So here this is a bar which is showing iron, or we can say iron bar. This is iron bar. And iron nails, very strong iron nails we are using in the constructions. Means if we have to stick some photo frame into wall, so what we are doing, first we are putting this nail and then hanging the photo frame on it because it is too much strong. Some vessels are also of iron because when we are cooking in iron, then we are getting some iron also. So it's better to cook the vegetables in iron vessel so that your body can get the particular mineral of iron. Now gate, many of the people are want to make strong gate, so they are using iron in their gate. Automobiles, to make the body of the particular vehicle strong, they are making their body of iron. Previously what they are doing, they are you not having this kind of material which can be strong, like they are using they are making of fiber. Fiber and plastics, these are not too much strong. So to avoid the damage of their vehicle, they are using the iron in their vehicles. So nowadays many automobiles are coming with the iron body so that it can be used for longer time. Now copper is another kind of metal which is too much used in our daily life. First of all, it is used in kitchen. You can see this kettle is of copper. This was also used for making coins in ancient time when there was not precious metals. This copper is also used sometimes for making coin. This copper wire, we are familiar with this copper wire. This copper wire, you will try to peel any kind of wire which is having plastic layer over it. So inside the plastic layer you will find out this wire. This wire is copper wire. Why we are using copper wire? Because copper wire is a good conductor of electricity. It can pass electricity from one place to another place very easily, and it is cheaper too. That's why we are using copper. Some equipments are also made from copper so that it can be long lasting. We are having some benefits of using this copper as a wire. Why? Because आयरन में क्या होता है, जंग लग जाता है बहुत जल्दी, इट गेट रस्ट. सो वी आर नॉट यूजिंग इन मोस्ट ऑफ द प्लेसेस आयरन वायर, वी आर यूजिंग इन मोस्ट ऑफ द प्लेसेस कॉपर वायर. यही इसका प्लस पॉइंट है कि इसमें जंग नहीं लगता. इट कैन बी यूज्ड इन rain also, where there is water, there also it can be used because it is not damaging very soon. So this is the quality, that's why we are using the copper. Some equipments, if you keep this equipment and another equipment of iron, so iron one will be damaged in rain, but it will not because it is not affecting with water. Now another important metal, that is tin. Sometimes it was also used for making coins in previous time. Nowadays it is most commonly used for packaging the food. You have seen this kind of vessels and packed food is coming in this. So this is used for packaging the food also, and this is also used in some making some vessels also. So tin is having this much use. Next is aluminium. Aluminium also you have seen, but this aluminium you have seen in kitchen, but in kitchen if I tell you, the aluminium should not be there because it is not good for our health if it is coming in too much quantity. So this is aluminium foil vessel which is generally used for packing purpose nowadays. This is You can see it is giving silver shiny, but this is from aluminum we have made, because aluminum is cheaper. So this is yarn, or you can say thread, made up from aluminum, using aluminum, so that it can be used as silver shiny to make the cloth valuable cloth. And some other equipments or some other vessels are also, it is used in kitchen. You can see this kettle, this purifier, this jug, this toaster. So this body used in these things, that is of aluminium. To make it lighter, we are using aluminium. The body of the aeroplane is also made from the aluminium. Now some precious metal. Let us see some precious metals. What are the precious metals? Here are some metals which are very costly, and any simple or middle class human being cannot purchase it, and it is not used in common. So first is gold. This is a picture of gold. Second is silver. This is a picture of silver. And third one is platinum. They are too much, means costly. So one by one we will come to know, as there are so many things in our ancient time दैट उनकी मान्यता थी कि गोल्ड बहुत ज़्यादा हमारे लिए फ़ायदेमंद होता है, हमें गोल्ड अपने पास रखना चाहिए. दैट्स वाई दिस मेटल्स आर गेटिंग मीन्स कॉस्टली एंड टू मच कॉस्टली ड्यू टू देयर वैल्यूएबल यूज़. नाउ नेक्स्ट लेट अस हैव लुक एट द यूजेस ऑफ गोल्ड. सो ऐसा माना जाता है कि गोल्ड यूज़ करना बहुत ही अच्छा होता है, बहुत ही शुभ होता है. एवरी वर्क इज़ गोइंग ऑन वेल. So the gold is used for making jewelries. Some people, what they are doing, they are too much means a big fan of this gold, and what they are doing, they are using this gold in their teeth. अपना जो है एक दांत ही गोल्ड का पूरा निकलवा के लगवा लेते हैं. And this gold is also used to make vessels, also used in kitchen, and in Raja Maharaja time mostly all the vessels are of this gold and silver only. And this gold is also used in this chip also. You can see this is gold, pure gold, it is used in this chip. That's why these chips are also coming costlier. In some particular capsule also, or in some particular medicines also, this gold is used. Now silver is also second costlier metal. Silver is sometimes it is used as wire. This wire we are not using in general, but in making some heavier things, or like satellite, or like aeroplane or something like that, we need this wire. So silver wire is also there for use. In Colgate also sometimes it is used, and it is also used the common purpose of silver jewelry, and sometimes it is also used in this for this fork, spoon. In this also silver is used. What happened, why we are using this? Because it is the thinking that by eating with the spoon of the silver spoon, we are getting some minerals in our body. That's why at the Rajas Maharajas time, they are using all the vessels of either of gold or of silver, so that their body can get the particular mineral. Now platinum is the third metal which is very precious, and it is costlier than the gold also. First use of this platinum is to make the jewelries. The most common use of this platinum is jewelry. But here in this platinum there is no issue of making vessels. No one is making vessels from platinum, but some other things are made from this. So what are the other things? First of all, this is the platinum bar. Second, sometimes that is also used to make coin, and sometimes some equipments of this medical, are also used to make from the platinum because it is not reactive or it is costlier and good. That's why some of the equipments are also made from this platinum. Now some other metals. Other than that precious useful metals, we are also having some metals like steel, brass, bronze. These are not direct metal, they are the combinations of metal. They are the combinations of metal and they are also too much used in our daily life. That's why we need to see what are these metals and from where we are getting this metal, in which things we can use this metal. Now first one is steel. Steel is made from iron. You see steel is looking something like similar to iron. So this steel is generally made from the iron. In iron we are also mixing some other things to make it more strong and to make it rust free, मीन्स इसमें जंग ना लगे, हमने कोई ऐसी चीज़ बनाई आयरन से, बिकॉज आयरन में क्या होता है जैसे ही पानी के कांटेक्ट में आता है उसमें जंग लगना शुरू हो जाता है, चाहे हम कितना भी प्रोटेक्ट करके रखें। लेकिन हमने इस आयरन को ही यूज़ करके ऐसी एक चीज़ बना ली जिसमें जंग नहीं लगता है और ये हमारा आयरन भी बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है, तो ये स्टील भी स्ट्रॉन्ग होगा। तो हमने स्टील डेवलप कर लिया सो दैट वी कैन यूज़ दिस इन किचन फॉर एंड इन वेरियस प्लेसेस ऑल्सो, so that it will not corrode or it will not rust. इसमें रस्ट ना लगे, इसमें जंग ना लगे, इससे बचाने के लिए हम जो है आयरन की जगह पर स्टील को यूज करते हैं। Now brass is a binary alloy made from zinc and copper. This is a kind of brass. ये brass जो है zinc और copper के combination से बना है। Only zinc we cannot use. To make it more good looking and to make it more stronger, what we are doing, we are adding zinc in copper. Copper is already good, but what we are doing, when we are adding zinc into copper, it will become more good than the copper and its quality will increase and it can be used for various purposes. That's why what we are doing, it is known as binary. Binary means two. Binary means two, means in this two things are mixed. You can see one is zinc, one is copper. That's why it is binary alloy. Alloy already we know, that combination of metal. Brass is used in making nails, in making this kind of pot and vessels. So there are less use of this brass. Sometimes in ancient time this brass was also used to make coin. The Raja Maharaja, when they are getting lost, they release the coin of this brass, and then in the whole country or in their area this brass coins are used. On that brass coins their picture is made. Their picture is made, that like this they are using their coin and showing that we are the rajas of the particular area or we are the king of this particular area, so you have to use this kind of coins. So these are the used by king. Now bronze, you have listened about bronze medal. This is the third, means those who are coming in third position, they are getting third, means they are getting bronze medal. Like first one is getting gold medal. If someone is coming second, they are getting silver medal, and those who are coming third, they are getting this bronze medal. You have seen or listened many times. So this bronze is again a binary alloy. It is made from the copper and another metals combination. So this is a bar of bronze, and you can see some nut bolts, or in your daily life also you have seen many nut bolts are made from this bronze. What are the benefits of this bronze? First benefit of this bronze is that इसमें जंग नहीं लगता है जल्दी से. That's why in place of iron we are trying to use this bronze. And bronze जो है सिंगल मेटल नहीं है, इसमें 2-3 मेटल्स का कॉम्बिनेशन है, तो ये और भी ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग हो जाती है, और भी ज़्यादा अच्छी हो जाती हैं. सो वी आर यूजिंग bronze in place of iron where we can use it. Now come to non-metals. The metals are over now. There are so many metals, we cannot study all the metals in single day, though some important metals are given in your syllabus. So non-metals. Now come to know non-metals. Non-metals are not that much shiny, but it is shining as it is in the form of stone. This is also a kind of non-metal. So let us know what are these non-metals. So what are non-metals? Non-metals are those which lack of all the metallic attribute. In which lack of all the metallic attribute. This lack means kami. This is not too much, this is less. So lack means कमी. So नॉन मेटल्स वो चीज़ें होती हैं जिनमें कमी होती है मेटेलिक प्रॉपर्टीज़ की. मेटेलिक प्रॉपर्टीज़ की मतलब उसमें कोई भी मेटेलिक प्रॉपर्टीज़ नहीं पाई जाती हैं. जैसे कि उनमें हार्डनेस नहीं पाई जाती है, शाइनी नहीं होते हैं, मेल्ट नहीं कर सकते हैं, पिघला नहीं सकते हैं, उनका वायर नहीं बना सकते हैं, वो गुड कंडक्टर्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी और या फिर थर्मल कंडक्टिविटी नहीं होते हैं. तो ये सारे जो हैं जिसमें ये सारे नहीं हो जाएंगे, दैट इज़ नॉन मेटल. एंड दे आर गुड इंसुलेटर. इंसुलेटर मतलब ऐसी चीज़ें जिससे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास नहीं होता है. यू सी द वायर विच वी आर यूजिंग, like this wire is of copper we are using. Upside of this wire there is a coating, like black color wire if you are having. So inside the black color this copper is present. This black color is an insulator or plastic. This black color is an insulator or plastic. Why we are using this plastic? Because this plastic cannot pass electricity. This plastic cannot pass electricity and we will not get the current. If some human being is there, if this person is touching this wire, this plastic one, if he will touch, so he will not get current, but he will touch this red color wire, he will get current. So to protect human beings from current, what we are doing, we are using insulator over a wire. So that insulator is non-metals. So they cannot use heat and electricity to pass through them. They are mostly gases. ज़्यादातर gases होते हैं and sometimes it is liquid also. So in this way many non-metals are gases and liquid. Let us see next some important non-metals. Now we will see some important non-metals. कौन कौन से नॉन मेटल्स जो हैं इम्पॉर्टेंट होते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि सारे ही नॉन मेटल्स इम्पॉर्टेंट नहीं हैं, बट इन योर सिलेबस ओनली फ्यू नॉन मेटल्स आर गिवन. Let us see one by one. So first one is phosphorus. You have seen this red color, means सिंदूर में आपने अपने घर में देखा होगा. That is phosphorus. Not directly, too much is not phosphorus and that is not phosphorus. That is some other thing. Means both are same but we are not using this phosphor for that purpose. Sulfur, this one is sulfur and this one is carbon. This third one is carbon. So one by one we will see what is phosphorus, what is sulfur, what is carbon and how their looks like and what are the uses. So phosphorus. This phosphorus looks like sindoor but it is not. It burns very quickly. अब phosphorus जो हम use कहाँ करना है, it depends on its property. So as phosphorus burns very quickly, so we are using this phosphorus in matchstick. We are using phosphorus in matchstick at the top. Used in matchstick, and this phosphorus is also used in fertilizer. This is fertilizer. what we are doing, we are also using this phosphorus as fertilizer. We are not using directly, but we are mixing in fixed ratio with some other things, with some other non-metals, and then we are using this phosphorus as a fertilizer. So this is about phosphorus. So you see, don't confuse between this and sindoor. This is not sindoor actually. And in this, phosphorus is used. In fertilizer also it is used. Fertilizer means khad. We are giving this fertilizer in plants so that plants can grow well. Okay, if we will not add fertilizers, the plant cannot grow well, because the plant need some minerals, some nutrition also. So from where they will get the nutrition? So we need to add up fertilizers to the plant, and this is the particular fertilizer, phosphorus, we can give to the plant, and the amount of this fertilizer is fixed. Don't give too much fertilizers. Okay. Now human also need this phosphorus. What happened? Not only this plant, but we also need this phosphorus. Okay, sometimes we are getting this from the something food items, but every time, look, what are the things? For strong teeth and bones, we also need this phosphorus to make our teeth and bones strong. And now look, we can get the phosphorus from egg, we can get from cottage cheese, we can get it from the milk, from the hard cheese, from the canned sardines in oil, pumpkin seed, from chicken, from sunflower seeds. From all these kinds of things we can get the phosphorus, and we can add up this phosphorus nutrition into our body. And this phosphorus is very compulsory for the growth of this teeth and bone. If we will not take this, our teeth may be not strong, or it may damage. So for strong teeth you need this phosphorus. So add up this one. If you are not eating any one of these, so start eating so that your teeth and bone can be strong. Now next we are going to see, this is again a non-metal. This sulfur is again a non-metal. It is a non-metal, and although it is non-metal, then also it is shiny. No matter, sometimes non-metals are also shiny. You see, this is a stone, find out as a alloy, or you can say ore. In this sulfur is present. We cannot say this as alloy, this is ore of sulfur. In this stone, some stone amount is also present, and this more quantity of sulfur is present. From this stone we can get the sulfur very easily. Now what are the uses of sulfur when we are getting out it? So there are various uses of this sulfur. This sulfur is also used as medicine. You see, this is a kind of medicine, sulfur ointment. And this sulfur is also used in fireworks. You see, this fireworks, in this crackers we are using sulfur, because this sulfur is सिमिलर टू फॉस्फोरस. जैसे फॉस्फोरस बर्निंग के लिए काम करता है, ये सल्फर भी बर्निंग के लिए काम करता है. इसीलिए हम क्या करते हैं, इसको फायरवर्क्स में यूज़ कर लेते हैं टू लुक आवर फायरवर्क्स वेरी अट्रैक्टिव एंड ब्यूटीफुल. नाउ सल्फर हैव सम मोर यूजेस. इट इज़ यूज टू मेक मैचेस. माचिस बनाने के काम आता है. एंड इट इज़ ऑल्सो यूज टू मेक डाइज. डाइज मीन्स टू कलर द क्लॉथ, whatever powder we are using. So this you can see green color dye, yellow color dye, and purple color dye, blue color dye. So it is not so ki all kind of dye we can make from one only. No, yellow color dye we can make from sulfur, because sulfur is of yellow color. So from yellow color dye we can make with the help of sulfur. Next, match head. This match head is containing potassium chlorate, powdered glass, sulfur and animal glue. So you see, whatever is present here, it is stored in the. So this sulfur is also used here. You see sulfur is written, so at the top of this matchstick sulfur is also used. And this is wooden stick. It consists impregnated with अमोनियम फॉस्फेट, मतलब इसमें पहले से अमोनियम फॉस्फेट लगा के रखते हैं थोड़ा सा, सो दैट इट कैन बर्न क्विकली. सो दिस टू आर द अदर यूजेस ऑफ सल्फर. Let us see some more, some uses of sulfur. In matches already we have seen. In crackers it is used. It is also used in antibacterial soap. ये एंटीबैक्टीरियल एक्टिविटी को ग्रो होने से रोकता है. सो वी आर ऑल्सो यूजिंग दिस सल्फर इन एंटीबैक्टीरियल सोप. दिस सल्फर इज ऑल्सो यूज्ड एज इंसेक्टिसाइड एंड फंगिसाइड. अपनी क्रॉप को अदर इंसेक्ट से बचाने के लिए, अदर फंगस से बचाने के लिए, व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, वी आर यूजिंग दिस सल्फर एज अ इंसेक्टिसाइड. इंसेक्टिसाइड मीन्स टू किल द इंसेक्ट्स. व्हाट केमिकल वी आर यूजिंग, दैट इज इंसेक्टिसाइड. ऐसे केमिकल जो हम इंसेक्ट्स को मारने के लिए यूज करते हैं, दैट इज इंसेक्टिसाइड. क्या होता है, मैनी फार्मर्स आर ग्रोइंग टू मच लार्ज क्रॉप एंड सम इंसेक्ट्स आर कमिंग एंड डैमेजिंग देयर क्रॉप. So to protect their crop from that insects, the farmers are using this insecticide. अब इंसेक्टिसाइड जब छिड़क देंगे अपने क्रॉप पे तो वहाँ पे कोई भी इंसेक्ट्स नहीं आएगा और उनकी क्रॉप जो है अच्छा ग्रोथ करेगी और ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन देगी. It is also used in vulcanization. It is also used in black gunpowder. Gunpowder is all used in gun. In that also this sulfur is used. Now another non-metal is carbon. This carbon is also a kind of non-metal. Okay, it is non-metal, then also it is shiny. Here also it is shiny. Okay, no problem. It can be shiny. But you see, this cannot be converted into wire. This we cannot convert into wire. Okay, so here first one is coal. You can see this is coal. Second one graphite, and third one diamond. This carbon is found in three form, like water is found, like water is find in nature in three form. First is ice, second is water, that is liquid form, and third one is water vapor. Water vapor. So in this way the carbon is also having three form, coal, graphite and diamond. कार्बन जो है तीन फॉर्म में मिलता है हमें, कोल में भी मिलता है, ग्रेफाइट की फॉर्म में भी मिलता है और डायमंड की फॉर्म में भी मिलता है, लाइक वाटर. So in this way we will see one by one what are the uses of coal, graphite and diamond. Coal, it is a form of carbon. ये कार्बन की ही एक फॉर्म है. So you see this is unburnt coal. ये बिना जला हुआ कोल है जो हम माइंस से निकालते हैं. एंड दिस इज बर्निंग कोल. इट इज़ यूज्ड एज फ्यूल. कोल ज़्यादातर हम फ्यूल के रूप में ही यूज़ करते हैं और इसका कोई अदर यूज़ नहीं है. कोयला ही तो है, कोयला जलाने के लिए ही यूज़ किया जाता है. पुराने टाइम में ये जो रेलगाड़ियाँ थी वो इसी कोयले से चलती थी. आपने सुना होगा कोयले का इंजन. सो इन दैट इंजन वी आर पुटिंग अगेन एंड अगेन दिस कोल. Nowadays our trains are running with help of electricity. Petrol and diesel are also they are using, and some smart city this magnet one train is also coming. So what they are doing, they are because this coal, one day this coal will end up. So to protect ourselves to use this coal, we are using electricity. Now graphite. This graphite is another form of carbon. You see it is shiny. It is used in pencil lead. You see in this we all are using pencil when we were kid. Nowadays also we are using this pencil. So in this pencil, this black color thing is graphite. And if you have opened any this any of this cell you, all of you have seen in our wall clock we are using this cell. So if you have opened this cell, you will find out this black color layer inside it. Once this metal layer, and below that metal layer this very dark black color is there. This is known as graphite. This is known as graphite. So in cell batteries also it is used. In car batteries also it is used. It is not shown here, but in car batteries also this graphite is used. Now this diamond, you can see this is the picture of diamond and it is too much shiny. It is developed from the coal only. ये coal से ही generate होता है. When the coal is buried for many long time, many years, then the coal will convert into this form of carbon, and this is very precious. This diamond is used to make jewelries. Of course its jewelries are very precious and very costly. And this is glass. So for cutting purpose of glass the diamond is used. Here it is a cutter. In this cutter here diamond is fitted, because you should know that this diamond is used for cutting the glass. Diamond is used for cutting the glass. So these two are the main uses of diamond. First to make jewelry, and second for cutting the glass. Remember, for cutting glass we are using diamond. Now all non metals do not come from rock. सारे के सारे non metals जो है rock से ही नहीं आते हैं. कुछ जो है अदर जगह पे भी पाए जाते हैं. For example, this oxygen and nitrogen, they are find out in air. They are not rock. They are find out in air. So from air also some non-metals are coming, because it is not shiny, it is also not shiny. We cannot see. So how can we say it is shiny? So let us see what are the uses of these non-metals. First one, oxygen. What we are doing when we are breathing in, whatever we are breathing in, that consists oxygen gas. And for burning purpose also, we are using oxygen for burning. Oxygen is not burning, but it helps in burning. अगर ऑक्सीजन जो है नहीं रहेगा हमारे एटमॉस्फेयर में ही तो बर्निंग नहीं होगी, और अगर ऑक्सीजन ज़्यादा भी हो जाएगा तो भी प्रॉब्लम है. सो एज यू नो दैट ऑक्सीजन इज 21% इन आवर नेचर. सो टू मेक द बैलेंस दिस ऑक्सीजन इज 21%. अगर सोचो ये ऑक्सीजन जो है ज़्यादा परसेंट हो जाएगी, लाइक 88% इन आवर नेचर, बिकॉज वी आर ब्रीथिंग इन ऑक्सीजन. अब ऑक्सीजन ही ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए हमें लगता है. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. अगर ऑक्सीजन इतना 88% हो गई तो सब जगह जो है आग बहुत तेज़ी से फैल जाएगी, बिकॉज ऑक्सीजन इज़ द गैस रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर बर्निंग. ऑक्सीजन इज़ द गैस रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दिस बर्निंग. और अगर ऑक्सीजन का परसेंटेज बढ़ता है तो सब जगह बर्निंग बहुत तेज़ी से फैलेगी. इसीलिए ऑक्सीजन का परसेंटेज इन आवर एटमॉस्फेयर इज़ 21%, विच इज़ अ बैलेंस्ड. Now second, next non-metal is nitrogen. It is also find out in air. This nitrogen is also find out in air, and in air it is find out somewhat 71%. Sorry, it is 78% in the air. Nitrogen is find out 78% in the air. And why this is too much quantity in air? Because this nitrogen helps in stop burning. So that's why this nitrogen is more in quantity. If in the atmosphere somewhere is fire, if this much is fire, so ये fire और ज़्यादा ना बढ़े इसके लिए नाइट्रोजन प्रेजेंट है. यहाँ पे फिर आग बढ़ेगी नहीं, क्योंकि नाइट्रोजन ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी में यहाँ प्रेजेंट है. तो एक नाइट्रोजन जो है हमें एक तरह से प्रोटेक्ट भी करता है, कि पूरा एटमॉस्फेयर को बर्न होने से एक तरह से प्रोटेक्ट करके रखता है ये नाइट्रोजन. सो ये भी इसका एक यूज़ है कि नाइट्रोजन जो है हमें प्रोटेक्ट करता है बर्निंग से. अगर कहीं पे आग लगती है और ऑक्सीजन तो प्रेजेंट है, ठीक है, आग बढ़ती जाएगी, बट नाइट्रोजन इज ऑल्सो देयर इन 78% टू स्टॉप द फायर, मीन्स फायर को बढ़ने से रोकेगा. Now some other uses of this nitrogen. It is used as modified atmosphere packaging of food. नाइट्रोजन गैस जो है यूज़ करते हैं हम पैकेजिंग ऑफ फूड में भी. क्यों यूज़ करते हैं? लेट अस सी. फूड लास्ट लॉन्गर. जो भी फूड हम पैक करते हैं उसमें हम नाइट्रोजन गैस डाल देते हैं क्योंकि वो फूड जो है ख़राब नहीं होगा, बहुत दिनों तक सही रहेगा. इट लुक्स बेटर. उसमें जो भी लाइक चिप्स, इन चिप्स पैकेट ऑल्सो नाइट्रोजन गैस इज एडेड बिकॉज वो चिप्स कितने भी बार हम हिला ले उस पैकेट को, वो चिप्स टूटेंगे नहीं, तो टूटने से भी प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए जो है हम नाइट्रोजन गैस यूज़ करते हैं. सो लुक्स बेटर वॉट एवर मीन्स प्रोडक्ट वी आर पैकिंग, इट लुक्स बेटर. सॉरी, सम मोर आर लेफ्ट. एंड इट कीप्स द टेस्ट, वॉट एवर टेस्ट वी हैव गिवन, जितना भी हमने कुक करने के बाद उसको टेस्ट दिया है वो पूरा का पूरा टेस्ट मेंटेन रहेगा जब तक वो पैकेट खोली ना जाए. अनअलाउ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. ट्रांसपोर्टेशन भी अलाउ करता है ये. इट हेल्प्स टू स्लो डाउन द बैक्टीरियल ग्रोथ. उस पैकेट में कोई भी बैक्टीरिया को ग्रो नहीं करने देता है. लाइक चिप्स पैकेट, वी आर ईटिंग चिप्स फ्रॉम द पैकेट, इन दैट पैकेट देयर इज नो बैक्टीरिया प्रेजेंट एंड अदर स्पॉइलेज को भी उसमें जो है एंटर नहीं करने देता है. तो ये जो है नाइट्रोजन की खासियत है. इसीलिए नाइट्रोजन बहुत बड़े लेवल पे यूज़ किया जाता है फूड इंडस्ट्रीज़ में अपने फूड प्रोडक्ट को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए. फूड ज़्यादा दिन तक चलता है, सही रहता है, टेस्ट भी मेंटेन रहता है, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन रहता है, उसमें बैक्टीरियल ग्रोथ नहीं होती है. अगर उसमें बैक्टीरिया ग्रो हो जाएगा तो वो सड़ने लगेगा और हम चाहते हैं कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा दिन तक हमारा पैक किया हुआ फूड बचा रहे. तो इसीलिए हम उसमें नाइट्रोजन गैस ऐड कर देते हैं जिससे कि हमारा फूड जो है उसमें कोई भी बैक्टीरिया ग्रो ना करें और ये जो है कस्टमर तक अच्छे से जल्दी पहुंच जाए. लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन इज़ अ यूजफुल कूलेंट. सो लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन अगर आपने मूवीज़ में देखा होगा तो बहुत सी मूवीज़ में नाइट्रोजन दिखाते हैं, वाइट कलर का रहता है उसमें से, मतलब फ्रीजर टाइप का रहता है. उसमें वाइट कलर का जो लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन रहता है उसमें अगर हम कोई भी चीज़ डालेंगे तो वो बर्फ़ में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा, बर्फ या आइस टाइप में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. एनीथिंग वॉट एवर वी वॉन्ट टू कन्वर्ट इनटू सॉलिड वी विल ऐड इनटू नाइट्रोजन एंड इट विल कन्वर्ट इंस्टेंटली इनटू सॉलिड. तो इसलिए लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन को हम जो है कूलिंग करने के लिए भी यूज़ करते हैं, मतलब ठंडा करने के लिए नहीं, एकदम से उसको जमा देने के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. इट इज़ ऑल्सो यूज रिलेटेड टू फर्टिलाइज़र. फर्टिलाइज़र में भी यूज़ किया जाता है इस नाइट्रोजन को. एंड नाइट्रोजन, फॉस्फोरस एंड सल्फर ये बहुत ही मेन एलिमेंट होते हैं फर्टिलाइज़र्स में यूज़ करने के लिए. डायनामाइट इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ बॉम्ब, इसमें भी यूज़ किया जाता है. मेडिकल में, ऑफ कोर्स मेडिकल्स में सारे केमिकल ही यूज़ किए जाते हैं इन अ पर्टिकुलर रेशो. मेडिकल में एनेस्थेटिक एंड इवन कार रेसिंग में भी जो है इसका यूज़ किया जाता है नाइट्रोजन का. मीन्स अपनी कार की स्पीड को बढ़ाने के लिए जो है नाइट्रोजन गैस का यूज़ किया जाता है. नाइट्रोजन फ्यूल यूज़ करते हैं कि कार की रेस ज़्यादा, कार की स्पीड ज़्यादा आए, तो उस स्पीड को बढ़ाने के लिए क्या यूज़ करते हैं? नाइट्रोजन यूज़ करते हैं. नाइट्रोजन अपने फ्यूल्स में डालते हैं सो दैट कार की स्पीड ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बढ़े. अगर आपको वीडियो पसंद आया तो वीडियो को लाइक करें और इसमें कमेंट करें कि आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी है कि नहीं. और ऐसी और वीडियो देखने के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग द वीडियो. सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो.